coming to you live on your chin. Oh, kid. Oh. This is the Going Deep Show.
You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready?
Let's go! Let's go!
Fighting for the powers of evil because good is dumb. Hi guys, it's me, the Going Deep Show kid. I'm the kid. Along for the ride today, Mr. Kleen. What's up, brother?
Greetings, everyone, and Rosie is joining us as usual.
Aw, look at that
all
dumb
perched
bitch.
up on her little side of the love seat there.
She's concerned about something. She's looking at me. She's like, yeah, what is up with this? You ever have a dog that just acts like a cat?
Oh, yeah.
This is her, man, for sure. If you'd like to reach out to our show, fuck you, we don't want to hear from you. That's what I say, bitch. No, if you'd like to call us, 989-331-0543 is the number to do that. Today's episode, I have a story here. Stripper.
Stripper.
We have a Hottie of the Week story.
She smell like cotton candy.
All strippers smell like cotton candy.
They do, kind of, don't they?
They do. They're tasty that way. They're treat-like.
You ever hooked up with any strippers?
Never. I've never. I seriously have never hooked up with a stripper. I may not have known. They probably could have been a stripper. They never let me know. I've had girls strip for me, though.
Yeah, I fucked two of them.
I've been with some chicks that had bodies that looked like strippers.
I had a stripper suck my cock once.
Oh, did you?
In the VIP room for free.
Free?
Yeah, for free.
Whoa, why free?
But I don't know. She just started sucking my cock.
She's like, this guy's dick doesn't look like I should charge him. That's what she said.
She said, Vienna sausages are no charge, sir.
Jesus Christ. So you seriously had a stripper suck you off?
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
This is perfect, Kleen. When the girl did the stripping for you, did she do some type of weird maneuvers where they try to make it all acrobatic and shit? They do They try to be so that it's an event. They got to do stretch. They got to do all the flipperoos. Stick the ass in the face. Do all these things. Right?
Oh yeah. She flipped in a full 69. Started blowing me.
I got a clip here I want to play for you, Kleen. I want to know if you've ever experienced it. You are not. Listen, dog. You're staying right there. She just get. She wants to be over on my fucking lap. You're not getting on my lap. You're not a stripper. Sorry. Here we go. Listen to this shit.
She's like, I could be.
This is from a female TikTok viewer here. Let's see.
For about 10 years. This happened when I was pretty new to dancing. I was about 19 years old. There's this trick that I do on stage where I cross my legs over a customer's shoulders and then I flip around and I put my whole ass in their face, like right there. To this day, this is the only time this has ever happened, but I accidentally farted in this man's face. Like, I felt him breathe it in. I was absolutely mortified, and I went in the dressing room and I started packing up to go home. And the other girls talked me into staying. I would not come out of the dressing room until they called me back on stage again. But when I did, this man was still sitting at the stage. So I got up there and I started dancing, but I was ignoring this guy and not looking at him. I was just dancing on everybody except for him. But I looked over and there was a $50 bill sitting in front of this guy. So I went over and I danced on him. But this time I just straddled him. And he whispers in my ear, "Will you do that again?" And I'm like, do what again? He ended up giving me $700 that night to sit in VIP with him until I had to fart in his face.
$700. $700, Kleen.
Dude, hit us up on the show. We will fart in your face for $700 each.
I did not think you were going there, man. I did not think you were going to that extent.
I will full on shit in his face.
Kleen's like, I'll fart for $7 and right in your fucking face. You buy me a beer, I'll fart right now in your fucking face. What the hell? This chick was she's somewhat attractive. She looks okay. She's got like long brunette hair though, but you can tell this is years later. You know how these girls all do themselves up and shit like this. But I thought that was great. Which I was going to bring this up with Shoninzo. We tried to get Shoninzo on the show again. I mean, the show is in his name, so we need to get him on. He had a story, Kleen, that I think you heard. I only caught brief moments of it because I didn't want to kind of get the when somebody tells you a story, they're like, "Hey, I got a really good story. It's about this," and then they start to dive into the whole thing about it. I'm like, no. I always say save it for the show. Are you
talking about the red-nosed gobbler?
Yeah.
Oh, I listened to the whole thing. I know.
You listen to the whole thing?
About 2 or 3 times.
What I want to do is I want you to give your take on what he says in this, and then we'll have him on at some point eventually. you're gonna have to. You're like his spokesperson. You're like the Shoninzo spokesperson today, Kleen. Since you guys are like,
he's we're like lost kindred spirits.
Right.
The two of us. But apparently, when he was in college, it was like his sophomore year, I think he said. He had a lot of people going to this party, and he's like, "Hey, let's go up to this party. I'm going up to this party, see if I get up there to the party." And he's like, "Here's the music jamming." And he's like, goes up to this party on the next floor or whatever, and he walks into like a full blown fucking swinger party.
Oh no shit!
It's a fucking fucking mayhem all over, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta check this out. I want to see."
I gotta check this out, dude. The look in your eyes that you just had, it was like you actually saw it. You could, your
but
imagination,
I can see it through
your
his mind,
imagination.
because this is exactly what I'd be like. He's like, the number one thing he said is like, "I gotta see if there's anybody here I know," like, from the and the funny thing is just from the commons area. That's what he says, the college commons area.
Right.
So he's like, I'm walking around, and I'm looking around and checking things out, and he's like, things are pretty chaotic, and he's like, I figure out,
like, chaotically. Does he describe like what is there? People just like
he's
fucking
like,
full on threesomes, orgies,
he's
fucking
like,
naked.
It sounded like he said that people were having sex.
Sake.
He's like, I walked into like something I wasn't expecting here. And he said at that time I had never experienced sex. I had only gone down on a chick at that point in his life.
Salute.
So the next thing, up walks this big blonde bitch who he describes as a 600-pounder.
600.
600
She had to be, obviously not really. Just
no. He said at the time I was 450 pounds. She was bigger than me.
So wait a minute now. So he walks into this fucking scenario. Magically, a 600-pound angel comes to him and says, "Hello.
And
would you like to have some sexy time?"
And apparently she said, "Would you like to engage," or however you termed it,
Engage?
Yeah, partake in this.
Did they have that consent app on their phone? Did they go to the consent app and did they agree to the terms of services before they decided to suck on each other's body parts? Did they do all that?
And the funny thing is I loved his response. I'm not even going to say it right, but his response was like, "Sure, why not?"
Sure, why not?
And he's thinking, well, I haven't really done much. So he's like, I'll go down on you. Or she starts riding his face, okay?
Oh, God. First of all, the gaminess of a fucking... you get a skinny fit chick who's sweat a little bit down into that region.
Yeah. And you get a lot of folds on a 600-pounder.
You up the ante with a 2, 3, 4, 500, 600-pounder. Do you understand the functification that could possibly be emanating from this chick's fucking twat, dude?
Okay, well, this is where it gets much worse than you think it's going to. He is licking her, and apparently he said, I'm right on her fucking clit. I just fucking had the spot. And she orgasms, and she clamps down her fucking thigh meat on his face, and he can't breathe. He's like, I can't fucking breathe. And then she fucking starts fucking rhythmically fucking his face, fucking the shit out of his face.
Right.
And he's like, next thing I feel blood.
Oh no.
And he's like, I pushed her off or pushed away or wherever. And
believe it or not, look who we got.
Oh, hey, Show, what's up, man?
Show to the Ninzo.
Show.
We were just talking about you because there was a story of a stripper farting in a guy's face, and then immediately made me think of the time that you walked in on the orgy scene. Can you describe a little bit more? Kleen's trying to talk for you.
I'm trying to. I've listened to your Red Nose Gobbler about 3 or 4 times.
Red Nose Gobbler, baby.
And I've had a couple of my patients listen to it, and then they fucking laugh their fucking ass off. Show.
Tell us what we're talking about. Tell the fans in your own words what you walked in on.
So I'm Cleen. I got up to the point.
You got up to the point where I wanted to go back though. Tell me what you walked in on and what you saw when you walked in there.
It's much better from him.
So this is like happening around my sophomore year.
I got it right.
Sophomore year of college, and I was visiting a friend. I went to the wrong floor, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I heard some like shit going on down the hall. Curiosity killed the cat.
Was it a bunch of groaning and moaning and like thumping and shit? What was it like? What was it like to hear?
Just like a bunch of fucking techno music and shit.
I love techno music.
A bunch of like my college peers and shit having a party. So I was like, fuck that friend. Go check out this shit.
So you walk in, is it like an orgy scene?
It's just like a bunch of people like fucking.
So you walked in and they're just literally fucking.
Literally fucking.
That is fucking awesome. So how many people are you talking about here?
At least around 50 people.
50?
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay. So when you see that, do any of them like glance over? And are you like you walk into a door frame? Or you? How do you get to the point where you see that? Like, because it can't be like open the door, bam, there's a whole fucking room full of fucking people, right?
Not like I was waiting in line and shit.
Kid almost fucking choked on this fucking coffee, dude.
I almost spit my fucking. I had to take a number like I'm at the meat market, man. I did. Now serving number 91. Right? Is that what
It was like that.
So wait a minute now. So you get teamed up. How do you get teamed up with the? Do they go by weight class in this? Is this like a wrestling thing?
Nah, it's just like I walked in, this big chick was like looking at me and shit, and invited me over. And I was like, whatever. She looked kind of, kind of cute and whatever. And so fucking she invited me over. She's like, you want to fuck? I was like, I don't know. She's like, well, we don't have to fuck. Just suck each other off and shit. I was like,
Yeah,
whatever. I'm in college.
I'm down for that. Yeah.
College experience, right?
So do you go down on her first, or she go down, or does she go down on you first?
I went down on her first.
I gotta ask you this now. She's a heavier chick, right? She's hefty. She looks like King Kong Bundy's twin sister, right?
No. You described her as about a 600-pound chick,
Yes.
and you said about the time you were 450. So you were a pretty good guess on that. You know, you were like, okay, this bitch is bigger than me, but she's got a pretty face. What the hell? Let's go for it.
Do you have to lift the folds up to get to her pussy?
Nah, she like just got on top of my face, and she was.
Do you have to sign a waiver for this, just in case she kills you?
Nah.
Hey, this leads me to a lot of assumptions here. We know we had your medical problems in the years past. Maybe this bitch cut off some oxygen to your head there at that time, and it's just carried over years later. She probably fucked you up, dude. Think about it, man. She's the cause. You should get Johnny Cochran, man, and he'll fucking sue that bitch. Fucking Jackie Childs from fucking Seinfeld, man. Get that fucker.
See, kid doesn't realize the rest of the story.
You tell me. I'm going to shut up. We'll shut up now so you can tell the rest of the story, because we don't want to.
Yeah, so it's like this big chick, just like who's never been eaten out before or some shit. Get some on face and start bull riding that shit. I mean, just like aggressively ride it, just grabbing and pulling my hair and shit. And I'm sitting there just like in a pussy Valhalla.
Did it smell like fucking nasty?
The fuck is going on right now? You know? why are you aggressively riding my face like this?
So was there like a couch where you're laying down and she's on top of your face, or on the ground? What were you guys on?
Just like imagine like a really fat chick bull riding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fucking almost broke the couch.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is fucking badass. Okay, so how does this wrap up? Like, what you said that she busts up your face pretty bad, right?
Yeah. So by the time I had the tap out, I was like, oh shit, something's wet on my face. So I'm like, this chick just had a period on my face.
She busted your fucking face, dude.
Man, she got up, my fucking nose is just like, atop the bridge of the nose is just like split.
Oh, holy shit. That is the dude. I've never heard of a guy getting a fucking Rocky Balboa injury on his nose from a chick riding his fucking face.
Just cut it, Mick. Just cut it.
Dude, that is fucking hilarious. How do you wrap that? I mean, the aftermath of sex is always interesting to me. I always thought a great podcast or a great video show would be what happens after. It doesn't need to be really graphic or anything. It's just that moment when everybody kind of composes themselves again, literally within a minute or two after they've had sex. I always thought that would be a hilarious podcast or a recording to see the within 30 seconds of the aftermath, porn aftermath. Is there any conversation happening? Does she apologize for being a little too vigorous with your face?
A little.
She just turns and she's on to the next fucking
She's
face.
like, thanks for the orgasm, big guy.
Did she end up going down on you while you wiped up your face?
No.
What? Ah, dude. You're like thinking as she's riding you got to be thinking to yourself, oh yeah, I'm gonna get mine, right?
Pretty much.
Ugh, that's fucking horrific.
That was a bad experience for being a young guy. They're really
How old were you at the time?
About 21.
This you did a story on one of your stereos the other day of you the first time you got turned on in high school, I think it was, and you had to go to the bathroom and you rubbed your dick raw.
Yeah, junior high school.
That was a junior high school, right? When you first got to
That's awesome.
rubbed your dick raw. Kleen's the only one who's rubbed his dick raw before. I try.
yeah.
I try to do that, but it doesn't work very often.
Numerous times.
So how's it going there, bud? Man, we've been trying to hook up. You caught us. This is like the last episode until the spring break we're taking. So this is perfect that we get you on here to wrap things up. I think this is the first time Mr. Kleen's actually seen your face.
Yeah, well, besides his photos and stuff like that. So it's
How's
good to see you, man.
How's everything going there? You got any hot nurses and shit? We ask you this every time. You're in charge of hot nurses.
Yeah, man, he's like hot and weird.
Hot and weird.
Well, weird is not always bad.
This one time I was like trying to piss and shit in the urinal. And I just couldn't fucking pull the foreskin back on my dick right. And this nurse is like, hey, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. I was like, the fuck that mean?
Did she have to come in and handle that?
Yeah.
So she comes in, she pulls back the skin, and then once it's pulled back, it's pulled back. Then, but she didn't have to hold it while the stream came out, right?
No, she couldn't pull it back. She's just like, you know what? I've seen this before. I was like, the fuck that man?
So she got on her knees, started licking the tip of your dick hole, right? And she said, "This will help."
He said he wished.
Dude, yeah, no shit, dude. I'm in a scenario where I'm just watching in my brain thinking that. Kleen, I got to tell you this. Kleen was describing the story that you were finishing up there early on, and his eyes lit up even just with the mere thought of walking in on an orgy. I've never walked in on an orgy or a swinger sex party or something like that, so I'm very envious you get to fucking witness that shit.
Yeah, it was just like, I think it was just like, you know, like the upper class kids and shit from college was just like, fuck it, we just gonna have an orgy.
That's fucking awesome. We had a girl here in the studio who walked in on, I think, 5 guys getting blown by one chick one time, and she tells the story of that. That was pretty interesting. And I always give her shit. I'm like, you walked in and saw that, and you didn't think about participating for a split second. I mean, walk in, give her some assistance. I mean, 5 dicks in a chick's fucking face. I mean, we've all seen it, but. Hey, we're gonna wrap this one, but we'll keep you on. We'll chat a little bit more, man. Okay. Shoninzo, it's good seeing you, man. You want to say, you give out final words for us right now, and we're gonna wrap this show because we're kicking into the final music here. But we'll give you a shout back in a second. Tell people something.
Got any final words, show?
I think we're losing him.
You there, buddy?
All right. We'll wrap up. Mr. Kleen, you got final words. Hit it.
As usual, clean it if it's dirty. And if it's dirty,
Live your life like the fallen.
live your life like the fallen. I
Damn
like
right.
that. That's
I like
a good
it.
one.
Been Kid, this is Going Deep Show. Appreciate you guys hanging, banging with us. Shoninzo jumping in, telling us awesome stories while he's rubbing his dick raw and getting his face red until he bleeds. That's how we work here. If you'd like to reach us, 989-331-0543 is the number to do that. You can also email studio at Going Deep Show. Or if you want to send one to Kleen at Going Deep Show. And I think we're going to set up a Shoninzo email as well.
There you go.
We should give the Shoninzo a Shoninzo Going Deep Show email address. I think that'd be cool. For the rest of the Going Deep Show crew, I'm the Kid. Thank you for listening to our orgy stories that I don't have. We have to have people tell us theirs. It was fucking great. We're sorry that you both broke your face, though. For the rest of the crew, I'm the Kid. Chill to the next one.